You have arrived during dark days, stranger. I see in your eyes that you aspire to more than a life of a commoner. Those dreams are dangerous, my friend. More dangerous even than those who wish you dead. If you hope to survive your first night in a wolf encampment or a serpent bathhouse, you must learn much and quickly. Most importantly, you must understand the nature of the great clans and the intrigues that have wrecked them these past 300 years. But let us first speak of things as they are. Welcome to Battle Realms. Within the borders of this broken land, three clans maintain an uneasy coexistence fraught with tension and, at times, slavery and open war. The Wolf Clan in the northwest, the Lotus Clan high in the northern plateau, and the Serpent Clan in the fertile lowlands. And always, at least in some minds, there is the ghost of a fourth clan, the Lost Dragon Clan, forefathers of the Serpent. Despite their proximity, no three peoples could be more different. As yet, there is no clear victor in this three-handed struggle. Alliances and enmities are unstable, and you never know who or what might be massing on your borders. If you are to survive in this world, you must study your enemies and your friends alike, know their ways, their warriors, and their weaknesses.
Serpent.
The Serpent Clan descends from the ancient clan of the dragon and has always been the dominant power in our land. With little but the skin on their backs and the will to survive, its ancestors carved a nation from these hills. Perhaps they learned to be harsh from the harshness of their toil. Their rule has always been strict and unyielding, and their fighting men, I cannot call them warriors, prefer hard coin to honor. There is a saying, if you meet a bandit on the road, pay him and be rid of him. Ask a serpent for help and you will pay 2 bandits that day. Nor will you ever be rid of them. Harsh the serpent may be, but at least they kept order while the Oya dynasty, those of Taran's blood, held the throne. That is no longer the case.
Murderer!
He saved our lives.
He killed his own father!
Since the accursed brat Kenji murdered his father and his brother proved too stupid to live, well, there has been no son of the dragon on the throne for years. What was once a deadly army is now a motley collection of raiders and thieves, all trying to kill one another before a lotus or a wolf can finish the job.
Who are those lowlifes?
Looks like the bandits Lord Shinja hired. Let them be. They're a harmless lot.
But Serpent still harbors great men with aspirations. Lords Shinja and Otomo spring to mind, and I doubt if they wish to bury their blades just yet, except perhaps in each other's throats. The Wolf Clan too has had its share of troubles since they arrived on our shores. They are strange and rugged people with their howling moonlight rituals, cryptic princesses, and mad, brutal sports. Have you ever seen a game of Wolf Ball? No? Be glad of it. It involves an enormous iron ball and too many battle-frenzied wolves, and frankly, it's more dangerous for spectators than for players, because a wolf knows when to duck, you see. The wolves once lived in relative harmony with their serpent masters and strange lotus. But that was long ago. A dispute over mining rights, a bit of backstabbing, and suddenly there was open war between Wolf and Lotus. Serpent threw in with Lord Zymet and his sorcerer lot, and a year later wolves were working as slaves in the Lotus shale mines. Personally, I would sooner enslave a dragon to serve ale than a wolf to break shale. It took 30 years, but the Wolf Clan revolted against their overseers with everything they had. Pickaxes, sledgehammers, even their bare fists. They've slipped back into the forest now, but they can still crush a lotus with one mighty blow from those hammers, and often do. I doubt all Greyback's war will end until he's disemboweled every lotus in the land. But whether he can achieve such a goal? That is the question, is it not? I know little of the Lotus Clan, nor do I care to know more. They've always kept to the high plateau, mostly because nobody else wants it. Their magic is as cruel and diseased as their hearts. Sicknesses seem a badge of honor in their twisted world. The more powerful they are, the worse their afflictions. Except for Lord Zymath and his terrible captains. Lucille, Coril, they seem different somehow. Perhaps their plagues cannot consume what is no longer truly alive. Or perhaps corruption itself cannot abide the taste of such evil meat. If you meet a Lotus in combat who bears a blade or staff with unearthly grace, slaying with casual instincts of a spider, be thankful that you face a mere foot soldier in their ranks. During the war against Wolf, I saw horrors such as no man might ever forget. I saw warriors with lungs so rotten that rasping machines forced air into their fevered bodies. I saw shambling monsters whose bellies crawled with writhing, hungry maggots. Once I saw a wolf's arm eaten away by the black, bubbling plague, coughed up by a man you would have sworn was on his deathbed. But they do not die easily, these abominations. Imagine the beast that could survive such horrible plagues. Now ask whether your dull blade can teach fear to such a beast. You wish to know more of the Dragon Clan? Ah, you have a taste for history, I see. The Serpent have not borne that name since the breaking of the land, nor do they care to hear it spoken. It represents certain, how shall I say it, beliefs. Beliefs and principles that were forgotten long ago, yet not so long ago that their absence is not felt in the heart. No, I would not speak that name too loudly. Yet the stories are still good for an evening's entertainment if you have no serpents at your table. The dragon once trained archers who could shoot off a man's ear at 300 paces, not like these serpent drunkards with their muskets. Their swordsmen were no scoundrels looking for an easy mark either. They were masters of all the arts, physical and spiritual, and could strike with their mind as well as body. Some even employ the airy tricks of kabuki in their graceful lunges and parries. It is said their samurai never knew defeat, only perfection and glory whether in life or in death. Ah, but who could lead us back to those days? The dragon is gone from the hearts of the people, my friend. But alas, if you insist, I shall tell you how doom came to the Dragon Clan.